What's up, true believers? Today I'm going to be showing you a little comparison between these two 4-inch Thor figures. The one on the left is the older Toy Biz Marvel Legends Showdown or Superhero Showdown, whichever one you prefer. I think Marvel Legends Showdown was the later name. And then on the right is the Hasbro Marvel Universe Thor. So right off the bat you can see quite a difference in the detail. The Toy Biz Marvel Legends one is it's a lot more detailed actually. It actually makes the newer Marvel Legends one look really basic, and actually if you look at the faces, the Marvel Universe one looks a little goofy. They both pretty much have the same articulation, but the Toy Biz one does have a little more articulation. In the wrists, not only can they rotate, but they can swivel in and out. And on his left hand here, the fingers actually have articulation. Yeah, actually no. You know what? I take that back. The Toy Biz one does have considerably more articulation than the Marvel Universe one, the Hasbro one. It does have pretty much standard articulation, which is good, but compared to this has quite a bit more. And this one has the hip articulation that just doesn't work very well. If you have these, you know what I'm talking about. They both can stand okay, but these capes are really bulky. The Toy Biz one is kind of a harder plastic, and the Hasbro one is a little softer. The capes do also not stay on very well, so they're good for display. But if you're playing with them, they're going to come off pretty easily. Now, Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. As you can see, Toy Biz one, not only is it more detailed, but it's quite longer, which it should be. The Hasbro one, the handle is really short, but the Hasbro one does have the detail, the writing on the hammer there, which is really cool. Also, as you can see, there you go. There goes the issue with his cape. But as you can see, the wings on his helmet here are upward, and the wings on this helmet are more swept back. I don't know which is actually more accurate, but you know, overall, I think this one, the Toy Biz one, does look better. Let me fix his cape real quick. So yeah, once again, side by side. See if I can rotate these for you so you can see them. This one has a hole in the back. I don't know what that's supposed to be for, if you can attach something to it. So there you have it. Plastic quality, I think they're about the same. For those of you who did collect the Superhero Showdown or Marvel Legends Showdown stuff, you know the early ones had a lot of quality issues, but the later ones, like the last wave or so, were actually really good. And it was, you know, I don't know. I collected them. I don't know if I wouldn't say I'm biased, because I love the Hasbro stuff. I love the Marvel Universe stuff. But the truth is, these older Toy Biz ones were more detailed. You know, they're not without their issues, like the ankles on these, you know, would, if you play with them a lot, would become loose. But overall, the construction and quality is really good. I'm not going to go over all the articulation on it, but there is a lot of articulation on that. Whereas the Hasbro stuff, though, the plastic quality is really good. Nothing feels weak or brittle You don't feel like you're afraid to break anything. But there is the issue with the hip articulation. Not the greatest. You know, there's parts where it's kind of just wobbly. So overall, like I was gonna say, you know, without bias, I do think the older Thor, the Toy Biz Thor, is better than the newer Hasbro Thor. So it's hard to say, you know, it's a matter of preference. You know, I don't think it's brand loyalty. It's just, you know, if you prefer more like this, since it looks simpler, more basic, it's kind of like maybe it'll look a little, you know, more accurate to the older comics. Whereas this one's a little, it still retains his classic look, but he's more stylized and detailed. So in that way, he's a little more modernized than this one. So yeah, so that's just my opinion. I like the Toy Biz one better, but I definitely, I'm still mixed between mixing the lines, because I'm one of those types that it's like, I like to keep a line, together. So like all the Marvel Universe stuff and all the Marvel Legends Showdown stuff, but I may mix them in future stuff, like just for play, or little films or stop motion animations and stuff like that, because some of the stuff from Hasbro is better, and some of the stuff from Toy Biz was better. So there you have it. Marvel Legends Showdown Thor and Marvel Universe Thor. Cool. Thanks for watching.